Not many of you will know this, but less than a year ago, I had 0 subscribers on my YouTube channel and no personal brand. So in this G's guide to personal branding, I'm going to show you how any of you can start a personal brand and start making money online within the next 90 days. Buckle up, boys. See you on the inside. I'm just going to start this video off, boys, with telling you why personal branding, getting into it and doing it the right way, not being embarrassed by it and doing it like a G, is the best thing that's really ever happened to me in my life. So, number one, there's me riding a Lambo, by the way. It's a rental, but I still rented a Lambo, still having fun. That's what you can do when you start a personal brand, and I'll be buying Lambos soon. Guaranteed I'll be buying Lambos soon. That's the power of personal branding. This is me within 1 year. 1 year ago, nobody knew who I was. My face had not graced the internet yet. I had not pounded thy chest or made any weird noises or references to gorillas on the internet. And within a year, I went from 72 subs to 85,000. Actually, less than a year. And my IG's gone from about 1,500 followers to 25,000. And my income, that's one of the craziest things, has gone from $1,500 a month. Top months are now $45,000 a month. So pretty fucking crazy what you can do with personal branding. First things first though, for any of you boys that want to get into personal branding, and I find this with everybody I speak to, is getting over the fear of putting yourself out there. And that was the main thing I had to get through as well, because I was worried. When I first started personal branding, I wanted to start a new IG. I wanted it to be private and away from all the people that might see my Instagram. And I just wanted to start like a new account and have my personal brand on there. Now, you can't do that, boys. That's cardinal sin. Number one is creating a new IG. And the reason why is when you make a personal brand, your first few customers, when it comes to monetizing and actually having an offer, your first few customers and your first few fans are going to be people that you already know. So when I first came to Thailand, I was doing online personal training as my personal brand. And my first 10 clients were all friends and family. And that's very, very important. You need those people in the start to get your testimonials. And you'd be surprised that when you start putting out your views into the world, how many of the people that follow you actually agree with the stuff that you're saying. In regards to getting over fear, it's better to be known and disliked than not known at all. In regards to money, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Hate comes with the territory. One thing I've learned through my YouTube journey and any journey online is the more hate you're gathering, the more people that are disliking your stuff for kind of stupid reasons. Yeah, if you're blowing out some crazy views that are actually wrong, fair enough. The hate might not be the hate might not be beneficial to you, but if you're just giving your view on things and it's a reasonable view, which I think a lot of my stuff is, if people are hating on you, it's a very good sign because they feel like you're above them. The hate comes from below. If they feel like you're doing something, you're about to burst through a ceiling, make some good money, trust me, boys, the hate will come in. So actually, tracking hate is a very good way to know how successful you're getting. If no one gives a fuck about your personal brand and you're not making any money, guarantee, boys, you get no hate. So you don't really have to worry at the start anyway. Hate's a sign of success. You can't start your new accounts. I've already gone through the reason why. And the main way I got through fear was, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to die. At the end of the day, you're going to die. We all are, and so is everyone that's ever seen our stuff ever. So no matter what we do, we know that in, 70, 80, 90 years, probably about 120 years for me, because I live to 150. But at some point, it's all going to get raised from the board. So when you're lying on that deathbed, you want to think, did I give it everything I could? Did I give it a good shot on having the life of my dreams, having the life I actually wanted to live? Or was I just too scared because of Sally down the road fucking dropping a message on my Instagram saying, oh, that's the wrong view. Veganism is cool. It is good. It's good to eat carrots. No, it's not, Sally. Eat your red meat. Eat your red meat. That's all I'm saying there. But anyway, the pain of failure, the pain of your personal brand not taking off or a few people commenting you bad stuff is way better than never having tried. So there you go, boys. Get over the fear. Where I started. So I'm going to give you boys the step-by-step to how I started a personal brand so you can do the same thing. The key to personal branding is finding your people, your audience, the people that enjoy the same things as you and the way that you say them, the way that you experience the world and you show it to other people. So you need to figure out what you're about and then market what you stand for to people. You build a relationship with your viewers that way. So a few action steps that you guys can take right now, which I did when I first started, was decide who you are. Write a description about how you want to be perceived, who you want to become in your life, what kind of guy do you want to be, what do you stand for, what do you think's right and wrong. Are you a vegan? Are you a vegetarian? Are you a carnivore like me? Have your views and stick to them. Are you left or right in political views? Which country in the world do you like? What foods do you like? And you stick to the stuff that makes you you. Do not try and please everybody. Just please you. And you will find followers that like the same shit as you, and they become your loyal fan base. Number 2, decide what your values are. How do you differentiate between good and bad in the world? What do you think is a good thing? What do you think is a bad thing? How do you think people should act and behave? And that becomes the baseline of everything you do with your personal brand, and you attract people that also like those values. What do you stand for? Are you a fan of masculinity, fighting? Do you love football? Do you love fashion? I don't care what you love doing. You can make a personal brand out of literally anything at all. You don't have to be in the masculinity space. You don't have to be self-improvement guy. You could be a fishing guy, for Christ's sake. You could be just love fishing. And that's your personal brand, and you can make big money doing this stuff, boys. Just living the life that you want to live. So, number 1 is just start documenting what you like doing now. No matter what it is, what are your interests right now? Write down 3 interests you got, a book you're reading, blah, 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 something you're interested in, and this will be your first avenue for content, and start talking about it. And I'll give you a tip on which platform to use at the start in a second, but I just wanted to tell you, boys, when I first started, and you can go check my Instagram right now, at Jack Hop Fitness, check my Instagram and check my old Instagram stories through the archive thing at the bottom, and look at how I first started a personal brand. I was talking about credit tips, how to increase your credit score. That's a long way from where we are now and how far we've come, but you have to start with something. And at the time, I had a good credit score, and I'd been working on building it up, and it was the only thing that came into my head to talk about. So I got on camera, and I started talking about credit score. You can move along with your interests at any time because people buy into your personality. They buy into the underlying values that you stand for. So you can go through various different topics, but that's how you begin. You literally begin with just life as it is for you now. The boring stuff you think everyone finds boring, start putting it online. And the way to do this, the golden tool to start, is Instagram. The reason why, your daily stories are a very low cost, low maintenance way of getting into personal branding. It's like a daily TV show. So you post Instagram stories every day. Ever since I started my personal brand over a year ago, I have started posting stories every single day. Way before my YouTube or getting onto here, I started posting stories every single day. And the reason you do this is you just start documenting. What are you doing? What are you eating day to day? Do you like going to the gym? Are you taking a few pictures in the gym? Are you fishing a lot? Are you out on boats? What are your interests? What are you doing with your time? And when you start documenting this stuff, it shows you. It shows you what you like to take pictures of. It shows you what you like to talk about. And it helps you get in line with the brand. And it also builds up this loyal following. It's very, very important to have this. Guys that just watch your stuff every day because they find you interesting, your views on the world interesting. And this builds up that audience for when you release an offer and you start making money in the future. So what you do with if let's say you're going from fat to thin, you've decided that you love the idea of losing weight. That's what you're going to do. So you start documenting your own journey. You start showing people pictures of you in the gym, the exercises you're doing, what you're eating. That first thing that people buy into is your journey. And that's what you put on your daily stories. When you want exposure from a new audience, you start making reels. That's how you get new eyeballs into your stories. And your posts should be your aesthetic. So how does your Instagram look to someone that jumps on it? And that should be in line with your values. That's how you set up Instagram as the golden tool for personal branding. My upload schedule for building an Instagram, which came before my YouTube, and is a massive moneymaker for me because you then promote an offer to your regular story viewers and they go on to click your offer and go to your landing pages and buy your stuff because they're invested in you as a person. So you come out with a fishing t-shirt because you're the fishing guy in your personal brand and people actually buy it. So number 1, stories every day. Non-negotiable power tool. 5 or 6 stories every day. Just get used to it, boys. 3 normal posts a week. These should tell stories, entertain people, provide value, be of good quality. These are the main posts on your Instagram. 5 reels, provide value to someone or entertain them. So 2 major things. So you just do a reel of you catching a big fish, a reel of you, one of your fishing thoughts when you're sitting by the river, and 1 carousel where you can tell a story through the pictures. 5 pictures in a row, bam, 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 bam. They tell a story. Maybe it's you sitting nicely by the fishing lake. Then fucking 5 pictures later, you're in the lake because a humongous carp pulled you in. I don't know anything about fishing, but there you go. That's a very good example. Number one rule, don't let people stop seeing you. Your journey is what you're showing. Rags to riches, fat to thin, thin to jacked, bad fisherman to good fisherman. People buy into the stories that you tell them, and that's what then allows you further down the line to build this loyal fan base, people that are on the same journey as you, that you then sell your stuff to. So that's how you begin your journey in personal branding. After 90 days of following that Instagram formula, I guarantee you, if you release a product or an offer, you will sell it. You will sell it 100%. You will have fans that you didn't even realize. The full building a personal brand guide. So I actually did a full about an hour presentation on this, plus all my tips and tricks for YouTube, how I made $10,000 a month in Instagram, how I monetized to hit $45,000 a month in YouTube. We do our weekly mentorship calls. We got a full content Telegram room where you can go into personal branding, global meetups, private network of G's. If you're interested in that, if you're really serious about personal branding, I recommend you do the Instagram stuff first, the free stuff I've just told you. If you're into it, you like us, you want to hang out with some G's, you want to build your network, you want to get into personal branding, make money online, we show you exactly how to do it. So check out the new link below if that's for you. If not, boys, I wish you all the best. I'll see you on the next one. Get on with your personal brand. There's not a single one of you that shouldn't be able to do this. Very, very easy stuff, and you'd be surprised, no matter how boring the topic, there's normally people that are interested in the same things as you. So boys, been a pleasure. See you on the next one. Whoop-a, whoop-a!